Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the RULER acronym for self-regulated expression of emotions. RULER stands for recognize, understand, label, express, and regulate. So this is a strategy you can use when you want to express yourself without appearing unhinged or something like that. So to start out with, the first R, recognize. The first step is to reflect on how your face, your voice, or your tone of voice and your body language is being perceived by third parties, or would be perceived by a third party if there was someone in the room with you. Sometimes you may be expressing your emotions behind a keyboard and there's not an actual person who can see you. So in that situation, you want to imagine what would I look like to a third party. If you are in a live conversation with another person in your physical vicinity, then you just go ahead and empathize with their situation and ask how they would perceive your tone of voice, your face, and your body language. Like, would the tone come across as disrespectful, not confident, inviting, warm, any of these things. So yeah, you do that reflection first on your physical self and your body. The second step in the RULER acronym for emotional regulation is understand. Understand is where you reflect on your triggers and the context for your emotions. So you think like maybe you are upset because you got a bad performance review at work, or you got in a fight with your significant other. So you want to understand what is the trigger. Maybe the trigger is being judged, or worrying about being abandoned or something like that, or isolated, or not being perfect, or something like along these lines. So you just check in and reflect. So what is the underlying core trigger? And this is the context for your emotions that are coming up. The third step in the RULER acronym, number 3, is a label. So in label, you want to name it to tame it. You want to apply your emotional vocabulary to the situation. You don't have to actually express your emotions like I'm feeling, disappointed, or I'm feeling frustrated or inadequate. You don't have to actually say that out loud, although you can. But you don't have to say it out loud. It's just part of your internal dialogue. It is your self-awareness of your emotional state. And a lot of people don't have a very extensive emotional vocabulary. So you want to build up your emotional vocabulary so you can label and identify how you are feeling. This will take the edge off the intensity of your emotion, and it will make it easier to regulate. On this one, yeah, again, you just identify the emotion, and then you move on to step number 4, which is express. So before you express your emotion, you want to ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1, what will be the impact of my emotion on myself and others if I express myself this way? And number 2, what is the meaning and intent of my expression? So after you have done this part of your reflection, then you move on to the last step of the RULER acronym for expressing regulated emotions. And this is the last R for regulate. In this step, you want to be mindful of the middle path. So there's 2 mistakes that people make when expressing themselves. The first mistake is acting out. Acting out in this context is defined as expressing your emotions without doing any reflection. So we've just been talking about the reflective piece this entire video, or at least I've been talking about it. And so acting out, the first mistake of expressing yourself is when you don't reflect on how your voice, face, and body language are coming across to a third party, when you don't reflect on what the triggers and the context for your emotions are, when you don't identify your emotions, or you are not fully self-aware of your emotions, and when you don't ask yourself, what is the intent and meaning of expressing myself right now, and what is the impact that expressing myself is going to have on myself and others. So when you don't do this reflective piece, you're acting out, and that basically leads to dysregulated emotions. So in short, don't self-reflect like I've been talking about in this video. Don't self-reflect, and what do we have? We have dysregulated emotional expression. Reflection is key, folks. The second mistake people make when expressing themselves emotionally is suppression. And suppression is the other extreme to acting out. But in suppression, instead of expressing your emotions without thinking, you bury your emotions deep inside you without thinking. What will be the impact of suppressing my emotions? So when you suppress your emotions, it slowly over time, you just build up inner tension, because you don't express the emotions, you suppress them. You can get symptoms of like depression. You could get other symptoms like irritability or anxiety, or you can just kind of make yourself kind of numb. But all this inner tension from all the times you don't express your emotions builds up, and it can lead to a large explosion like a volcano erupting, or it can lead to even like physical illness where you have headaches, or maybe you have a heart attack, hopefully not, or like things like a stress disorder like an ulcer, stress eating, so where you don't express your emotions, so it has to come out in indirect ways such as overeating and stuff. So this is a second mistake for expressing yourself. So that just leaves us with like the middle path, where you do express your feelings after you've done the reflective piece, and you want to express yourself in a neutral voice. You want to express yourself with and appear confident. Maybe you want to use your I statements, how I feel, and maybe not. Maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe you can use metaphors or something else. But in any case, you can gently express what you need. We all have needs. And that way people have some context for why you're behaving the way you're behaving. And also, like, it's just a healthy practice for yourself. Well, that's all for right now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.